From the moment that the first images of her were released, there was something about Dalila that bothered people. Something about her beauty seemed not to be pleasing to everyone's eyes. And this is no surprise, because in today's society we are programmed to accept certain standards of beauty, and anything outside these standards is somehow deemed ugly. However, it is important to understand why she became so controversial. And at the end of this video, I will also reveal what the majority of people do not understand about her. But save this video for future reference. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video to get the daily dose of aesthetics. Before proceeding to the video, we would like to thank you for your support. Your support is very important to us and helps us to continue our work. So once again, thank you so much for your support. Now we can start. And before we start, please take a moment to subscribe and press the notification bell to stay updated with all our future videos. And let's get started. The doll was introduced by Dollmore, a company that is known for making high-quality dolls that resemble real babies. She has realistic skin, hair and body proportions, as well as other features such as blinking eyes and the ability to move her head and limbs. Despite her lifelike appearance, the doll received significant backlash on social media, with many people expressing their discomfort with her facial features. Some have even gone as far as to call her ugly. It is possible that the doll's lifelike appearance is what makes her so unsettling to some people. The uncanny valley is a phenomenon where humans experience a feeling of revulsion or discomfort when confronted with something that is almost human, but not quite. This could explain why some people find the doll's facial features particularly disturbing. Furthermore, the doll's name, Dalila, has been associated with negative connotations in popular culture, which may have contributed to the backlash. In literature and film, Dalila is often portrayed as a femme fatale, a beautiful but dangerous woman who uses her charms to manipulate men. For example, in the biblical story of Samson and Dalila, Dalila is depicted as a treacherous woman who betrays Samson, a Jewish warrior. However, it is important to note that not everyone shares the same standards of beauty, and what one person finds unattractive, another may find appealing. It is also worth noting that the doll was created to simply resemble a real baby, and it is not intended to be a work of art. Ultimately, the controversy surrounding Dolly has sparked a broader conversation about beauty standards and the uncanny valley. While some people may find her facial features off-putting, others may appreciate her unique appearance. It is important to remember that beauty is subjective, and what one person finds attractive, another may not. Now I want to go deeper into this topic and discuss why so many people thought she was ugly. First, we need to understand the meaning of the word ugly. In the dictionary, it means very unpleasant to look at. But how does this relate to the dolly? Well, when we look at something that is very unpleasant to look at, we usually mean something that does not fit into the standards of beauty that we have been taught. These standards can vary from person to person, but they are often influenced by societal and cultural norms. We live in a society that values certain traits such as symmetry, proportion, and an absence of perceived flaws. When something does not conform to these ideals, it can be seen as ugly. However, it is important to remember that beauty is subjective, and what one person finds ugly, another may find beautiful. So why did so many people think that the dolly was ugly? One possible explanation is that the dolly does not conform to the traditional standards of beauty that we have been taught. Her facial features may not be symmetrical or proportional to some people's ideals, and this can make her appear ugly. Additionally, the uncanny valley may play a role here. As I mentioned earlier, this is a phenomenon where humans experience a feeling of revulsion or discomfort when confronted with something that is almost human but not quite. The dolly's lifelike appearance may trigger this response in some people, making them feel uneasy. and leading them to perceive her as ugly. Another explanation is that the negative reaction to the dolly is due to a lack of understanding. Many people may not understand the purpose or intention behind the creation of such a doll. Art, including doll making, is subjective, and the artist's intent is not always clear or apparent to the viewer. Without understanding the context or meaning behind the doll, some people may struggle to appreciate its unique features and may even find it ugly. It is also possible that the doll's name, Dalila, contributes to the negative perception. As I mentioned before, the name Dalila is associated with negative connotations in popular culture, which may lead to a preconceived notion of the doll's character or purpose. Finally, it is important to consider the influence of social media and online culture. The internet can be a breeding ground for negativity and hate speech, and the anonymity that it provides can embolden people to say things that they may not otherwise say in person. When the doll was first introduced online, it quickly became the target of trolls and other malicious users who sought to make it look bad or even destroy its reputation. This negativity can spread like wildfire and can often overshadow any positive aspects of the doll. In conclusion, there are many possible explanations for why so many people thought that the doll was ugly. From a lack of understanding to the influence of online culture, there are a variety of factors that contribute to the negative perception of this doll. It is important to keep in mind that beauty is subjective, and what one person finds ugly, another may find beautiful. Rather than focusing on the negative, it is also important to appreciate the artistry and craftsmanship that goes into creating a doll like this. Dolls are not just toys, but they can be works of art that capture the beauty and wonder of childhood. Now, I will reveal what most people don't understand about the doll, and this is the part where I talk about the hidden meaning behind her design. But before I do that, let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed how people always seem to find something new to hate on? It seems like no matter how much good there is in the world, there is always something that someone doesn't like. Just take a look at the news. Every day there is a new story about something that is wrong with the world, and it can be hard to see the good sometimes. That's why it's important to find things that bring you joy and happiness. For some people, collecting dolls can be a fun and rewarding hobby. Dolls can be beautiful works of art, and each one is unique in its own way. They can also be a great conversation starter and a way to express your personal style. If you are interested in learning more about dolls, I highly recommend checking out the website. On this site, you can browse a wide variety of dolls from different makers and find the perfect one for your collection. You can also learn about the history of dolls and the different types of dolls that are available. So if you are looking for a new hobby or just want to learn more about dolls, be sure to check out the website. Now let's get back to the video. Most people don't understand that the main goal of the company that made the doll was to create a masterpiece. They wanted to create something that would be so lifelike that it would almost look like a real baby. This is why they put so much detail into her face, skin, and body. And they wanted to create a doll that would be so realistic that people would feel like they were looking at a real baby. Most people don't understand the amount of time and effort that goes into making a doll like this. It takes months to design and sculpt a doll, and then even longer to produce it. The materials used to make the doll are also very expensive, and this is why the dolls are so expensive. Most people don't understand the artistry and skill that goes into making a doll like this. It takes a lot of skill and precision to sculpt and paint a doll so that it looks lifelike. And the designers of this doll are some of the best in the industry. They have spent years perfecting their craft, and their hard work has paid off. This doll is truly a masterpiece, and it is a testament to the hard work and dedication of the people who made it. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.